What is up, my peeps? Joshua Smith here at GSD Mode Studios with another weekly leveling up episode where each week I come at you with different tactics, different strategies, different ways to continue to level up in your life, in your business, and continue to go out there and expand into living the life that you know you want and deserve. And today, guys, I'm here to talk to you about the power of downtime. So I know so often I talk to you guys about being busy, about grinding, about leveling up, staying in action, and so forth. But there is huge power as well in the downtime. Look, there's power in the pause, man. There's times where we just need to get offline to be able to recoup, to be able to think clearly. And this is what I'm here to talk to you about today. Now, real quick, before I jump into this topic, if you are a real estate agent, team leader, brokerage owner, and you are looking to level up your real estate business, and you would like to be coached and mentored by me personally for the next 12 months of your life, make sure to check out masterybootcamp.com. Again, masterybootcamp.com. This is my personal mentorship and coaching program. You can learn more about it, see if it's fit for you, and so forth at masterybootcamp.com. Lastly, if you are looking for the most effective real estate agent website and CRM provider that exists in the industry, this is the system that I use, that my team has, that we use, that continues to allow us to become and be one of the top teams on the planet each and every year. Make sure to check out perfectstormnow.com. Again, perfectstormnow.com. All right, let's get back to the topic at hand here, which is the power in downtime. Now, look, you guys, we operate fast. Those of you, if you're watching this, and you're either listening or watching these leveling up series or this podcast or really any podcast, you are somebody that wants to go out there and expand your life. You want to grow, you want to expand, you want to continue to improve, you are driven, and I get it, man. That's how we are wired. And sometimes the downtime can be the hardest part of it. If you look at like Olympic athletes or professional athletes, the hardest thing for them is to not train. Right? To not be in the gym, to not be out there training, and to have that downtime to allow their bodies and their minds to rest and recuperate. So I get that this is something that can be very challenging for us. I know it was very challenging for me. I mean, I went years and years and years without a single day off and so forth. And it was a challenge. It took practice, like all things, for me to really, I don't want to say master this process, but to see the power in it and get to the point where I'm consistently doing this. And what I recommend is that you take one day a week where you are offline, which I'll give some recommendations and suggestions here and so forth, but one day a week where you're able to recharge. You're able to reset, recharge, right? You got another 6 days a week where you can go out there and grind. Most people I know will take 2 days off, and if you like taking more than one day off, that's cool. For somebody like myself, that's busy with multiple businesses plus family and so forth, it's hard for me to take more than one day off a week. But taking one day off a week, and then if you're able to, I highly recommend to take off at least 2 days, if not 3 days, once a quarter, where again, you can recoup, you can recharge, and you can recharge not just physically, but mentally. And this is the big thing. Now, when it comes to the weekly day off, this is something that I help a lot of my agent partners with and my team with as well. If you're in real estate and you're watching this, you guys know that real estate, just like all entrepreneurship, is more of a lifestyle than it is a job. And it can be very difficult to take off, let's just say, a whole 24 hours. So I'm going to take off a full Saturday or take off a full Sunday. That can be difficult, right? So what I'm talking about here is a 24-hour period. So what I found to work really well for me is, let's just say I'm going to take off, let's just say 1 p.m. on Saturday till 1 p.m. on Sunday, a 24-hour gap, a 24-hour period. So that way I'm still working a little bit Saturday, still working a little bit Sunday. So if I have teammates that need to get a hold of me, staff members that need to get a hold of me, clients that need to get a hold of me, and so forth, I'm not totally off the grid for a full day, even though 24-hour period is a full day, right? But it allows me to, I guess, mentally be able to enjoy that 24-hour blip, that 24-hour gap. And what I recommend, and all I can speak to, and that's all I do on these leveling up episodes, is speak to what works really well for me, right? Because the purpose of these, you guys, is to be able to recoup and recharge mentally and physically so we can perform better. But also, one thing that I found with this is Most of my really good ideas come from not from when I'm at the office, not from when I'm in front of my computer or in a whiteboard session. I mean, I get some good ideas from there, but when I'm totally out of this environment, when I'm hiking, when I'm snowboarding, when I'm doing something that I enjoy doing, it's not like we shut off our mind and we're still not thinking about work and things that we're passionate about, right? So most of my really good ideas, and I hear this from a lot of other entrepreneurs and a lot of the greats out there, that their most brilliant ideas come from when they're hiking or when they're out of the office. It forces a different environment and so forth, right? So I'm not looking to take a day off where I can just go out there and party and get hammered, and that exhausts me more, man. That doesn't serve me with this. So I look to do on my 1 day a week a hobby that I really enjoy. So for me personally, man, if it's in the wintertime, it's snowboarding. If it's in the summertime, springtime, whatever, it's hiking, it's paddleboarding. It's out there, I'm getting my body moving, but I'm outside, out in the wilderness. It's allowing me again to recharge, to think, to clear my mind and be in a different environment. But also during that 24-hour period, and this is why I also like to do it with a hobby, because it just forces me to think differently. But also when I'm out there in wilderness and so forth, what I don't have in front of me, I'm not at my home where I have my home office. It's too easy for me to slip into my home office, start jumping on social media, start jumping into work emails, whatever. During this 24-hour weekly gap, or weekly pause, if you will, recharge, or however you want to frame it, I want to be completely offline, completely off the grid. Right? So I'm not going to check social media during these times. I'm not going to check my email. I'm not going to check my phone. I'm not going to check, I'm going to force myself, right, away from that stuff so I can think at a different level. Plus, it just allows our minds to be able to recycle, to regenerate, to recoup, and to come back that much fresher. So it's not just about coming up with more great ideas. It's about being refreshed so then we can go out there and crush it for the other, 144 hours, of the week that we have left. So guys, make sure that with the life that we live, man, especially today, jumping into social media can be so exhausting, so stressful, and so forth, right? I want to give my mind that chance to be totally offline and to really think on some deep, high levels, to recuperate and so forth. So highly recommend that you take a day off to do that once a week. And then also, if you're able to, at least one weekend every 90 days, and in that same manner, right, where I'm going to take a weekend every 90 days. All of us should be able to do that. If we're unable to do that, well, we probably have some other systems or process issue going on in our business. There's no reason that once a quarter you shouldn't be able to take 2 full days off. And when I say again, these 2 full days, it's just like that one day during the week. Well, we're unplugging completely from all the noise. So again, we can think at a higher level, changing things up, but also we're able to become more fresh and so forth. It becomes really powerful. So there's massive power in the downtime. I'm just creating this video or this leveling up episode after some downtime myself, and the power that I'm able to walk into the office with, and the power that I'm able to execute with this week is so much greater, right? The ahas that I had over this past weekend were just so tremendous, right? There's so much power in the pause, and I know this is the opposite of what most of these leveling up episodes are about, but I find that this is a counterbalance, man. We've got to have it. It's just like, if I'm going to go out there this morning, I did back in the gym. Well, I'm not going to hit my back every single day. I'm going to give it time, right? I'm going to work out hard, man. My back's going to be sore. I need to give it time to regenerate, to recuperate, to rest, so it can grow bigger, thicker, stronger, right? So then I can hit it that much harder next week, right? It's kind of that same concept, but we've got to be able to do this mentally for ourselves as well, so we can get regenerated, recoup. And again, I'm telling you guys, the power of the thoughts that come in during these times, at least for me, are tremendous. And I highly recommend that you start doing this and you start implementing this so you can continue to level up, continue kicking ass in your business, in your life, to create the life that you know you want and deserve. Thank you guys so much for checking out this leveling up episode. I hope that you found this powerful and helpful. Keep crushing it, and I will see you next time. Peace.